Hi, Mao here and welcome back. This video is about the histogram applet, which introduces graphics and statistics describing one quantitative variable. In this video, we'll explore different features of this applet, as well as ways you can use this applet to describe concepts such as the mean, median, and standard deviation. The applet is available at this link, mih5.github.io/statapps. If you click this link, you'll be taken to a page that looks like this. Over here is the histogram applet. A histogram visualizes the distribution of one quantitative variable. Imagine we had a list of numbers. This applet visualizes these numbers by plotting dots along the axis at the bottom. The relative heights of the bars above the intervals indicate the number of dots in each interval. For clarity, the count is displayed on each bar. You can add points to the histogram by clicking the plot. Clicking the plot updates the histogram. You can also change the data by selecting different distributions to sample from this menu. Finally, the mean, median, and standard deviation are summarized up at the top. For the mean and median, the position of these tick marks relative to the axis corresponds to their values. For the standard deviation, there is a bar which indicates the length of the one standard deviation. Let's examine how these statistics change when you add values. If we add a point to the histogram that's higher than the median and the mean, the value of the median and the mean increase. However, we see that the mean and median don't necessarily increase by the same amount. This is a result of how they're calculated. By adding one point larger than all the others, the mean will increase. However, the median will only increase to at most the next value larger than the previous median. If the values in the middle are close to each other, the median will not increase by much. In other words, when the distribution is concentrated in one region, the median is robust outlying values, while the mean is not. Now let's examine the standard deviation. If you recall, the standard deviation is a measure of the spread of values away from the mean. By adding values that are far away from the mean, we increase the standard deviation. Distributions which are spread out, such as values sampled from a uniform distribution, have a higher standard deviation than those that are concentrated. However, standard deviation is not a measure of how flat a distribution is. If we use the build your own option, we can create a distribution that is very flat. I hope you agree that this distribution is very flat. However, we can still increase the standard deviation by adding points that are far away from the mean. So clearly this distribution is concentrated at 2 points, yet it has a higher standard deviation than a distribution that is flat. So to summarize, the mean and median are measures of the central tendency of a distribution, but the median is a more robust measure of the center than the mean. And also, the standard deviation is a measure of the spread from the mean, and not a measure of how flat a distribution is. I hope you've enjoyed this video and find a way to use the histogram applet in your curriculum. If you have any comments about this applet and ways it could be improved, let me know at mao.hu@duke.edu. Hope to see you next time.